Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will design a necklace using GGC treasure bag, the sunrise autumn showcase. So we received a beading chain which is really long, so we can use for multiple projects. So this is the beading chain and this pearl strand we received in the box. Everything is in the box. If you haven't checked out my unboxing video, go ahead and check out. There's a lot of goodies out there. um, if you had already purchased the box and you haven't done any projects so far, and this will be a nice project to do. So this is the same chain. The tassel has the same chain as our beading chain as well. These two are the same, so I thought, why not use the tassels for this necklace. So I tried threading in the pearls. It goes through, and we received several clamshells as well for ending this chain. So that's there. And then we received the swan pendant as well in the box. So I took the toggle clasp as well from the box. And what I'm having here is a split ring, as you guys know. So I have opened the split ring and kept it like that so that I can add stuff in it. I want to add this pendant first. So I'm just gonna move my Tweezernose pliers a little bit ahead and just add this. So it's kind of a delicate balance, I would say. So just, it's like how you would add a key to a key ring. That's exactly it. See, it is yeah. So just press in between and I want to add this pendant. And this tassel to the split ring. Okay, so first I will add the tassel because it's easier to do so. Okay, and then you move the tassel. Okay, so the tassel has, the jump ring has a small opening, but I didn't want to take it, and I just want to straighten that out and figure out this is the top part. So that's how it will be. So if I add, so we need to see the direction, right? So this is how it is. This is the front. Okay, let me just see which is the front. Making sure I don't want to do this twice, right? So that's the front. If I add this way and come, that will not be proper. So you have to add this way, that comes and settles there. That's right. So again, push the split ring out a bit with your nails. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just oops, it came out. Actually there's an opening right here, so it should be straightforward that way. Okay, I'm closing it, taking one more pliers. It's just like opening and closing a jump ring. Okay, that's settled. Now we shall see the direction. Okay, this is going to be the front of the tassel, right? So now I'm gonna open this. Okay, just like that with my pliers. And then I'm gonna slip this pendant, the swan pendant inside, and now rotate this nicely. There we go. So here is our split ring. I loaded both the tassel and the pendant on the split ring, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chain. I already threaded in 6 beads, doesn't matter, so add this inside, in between, in the chain. So this is how it will look. Okay, and then you can add more pearls. Some pearls will have a hole which is not drilled through, or the coating must have been a little bit too much. So if you like the pattern, this is how it will look. I kind of like it, so I'm just gonna thread in more. We are gonna use clamshell to finish it off, and also some crimp beads to actually make the pearl stay where you wanted it to stay. If you want to have a floating necklace, you can do that. I have done this before as well with the GGC treasure bag, but this time I want to have sections which kind of which are kinetic, so it moves a little bit but not extensively. So that's the look I want to achieve with this. So in the middle I'm gonna add 6 pearls on the other side, and 6 pearls on the right, and 6 pearls on the left. The pattern is totally up to you. The concept is what I want you guys to take a look and understand. Okay, so if I add a crimp tube or a crimp bead on either side, I will lock this pendant part, so these pearls will not move. I don't want the center of the pearls to move, because as you guys can see, the split ring is nice and big enough, and if it is right next to the pearls, it kind of sets the pendant nicely, otherwise it will float down. See this? So this is what it is. So I don't want this to, it will be a little bit down. I like this look, so I want this to be stable, but the rest on the sides I want it to float. So I'm going to add only 3 sections, so 6 beads on either side. I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to take my crimp bead or crimp tube. In my case, you can take any one of them, and I'm going to dump some for my use out here. So add the crimp tube as well. Let me see if this will fit through our chain, which it does. So just add it right there, and again I'm gonna add more pearls to my necklace. So instead of doing 6 beads, you can just do 3, 4 on either side, or you can just have one bead and then crimp. That's the design I have done before, so I just wanted to do a different set here. If you want, I will leave down the description box below the link for the other necklace that I made with GGC treasure bag as well, which is like an illusion necklace or a floating pearl necklace, which you can take a look. Some pearls are really tight around the chain. You can choose. See, this one goes easily. The other one was a little bit stiff to go through. So that's that. I'm gonna add 6 again here. So I made a mistake actually. I need 2 crimp beads out here. That's how I can fix that section. So 2 crimp beads or crimp tubes. And then the pearls. I will string and come back and show you guys what I'm going to cut the chain about 18 inches. The length is totally up to you. I would like this necklace not to be a long one, so that's why I'm choosing 18 inches. It can be 16 too, so depending upon how you want it. So on the other side as well, I'm adding 2 crimp beads or crimp tubes. And 6 pearls. You can add any beads you want. We have multiple strands, full strands, and even bigger strands in the box. So you don't have to do the pearl one, but I really like the pearl one, so I'm doing it this way. But you can choose other strands as well. There is peridot, there is a different shape, and this chain goes through pretty much all the beads. So that's an option. Since I'm using the swan pendant, I wanted it to match with the pearl, so that's why I'm using the pearl beads. Okay, so here is what I will do. At the end, I'm gonna add a crimp tube as well. First a clamshell. So the clamshell or the bead tip is exactly like a clam. It's closing, as you guys can see, and there's 2 loops on the top and there is a hole in the middle. So I want you guys to thread in the chain from the center hole and then add a crimp tube. Once you add this, you hold it at the tip. There is nothing like you take it and loop it back through that like a beading chain or so. You don't have to do that, but you will have to crimp at the end. You can take your crimp tube in between your pliers and pull it all the way at the end, and then you can squish the crimp tube flat. Make sure it's nice and tight, it's not coming off. Okay, and then take your clamshell or bead tip. Actually, I want to do one more, maybe. See, it came off, so I just wanted to do 2 of the crimp bead just to make sure it's safe and secure. Okay. So move it at the end and squish that and squish this as well. Okay, then bring your bead tip down. See that? Okay, and then squish the clamshell shut so that they align with each other, and these holes also align. See how it is nicely done. So that's how. Now again, put the clamshell at this end. See, I want these beads to float, that's why I'm doing this. So first the clamshell or the bead tip, the center hole of that, first add that, drop it down. Now add 2 crimp tubes, or crimp beads. Some reason it's not going through. 1 and 2. There we go. So make sure it's at the tip and squish that. And then the next one as well. Squish, squish, squish nicely with your pliers. Flat nose, needle nose. I'm using tweezer nose. Bring the clamshell, hold it between your thumb and your index finger, just like that, and then go ahead and press this together. See, nice finish, nice clean finish. So that's that. Now you can add your toggle clasp if you want, but for this dainty necklace I prefer lobster claw. I have it in my stash, but you don't have to. You can use the toggle from the box itself, but I prefer this and a jump ring. A split ring would be ideal, but you can also use a jump ring if you want to. So I have pulled out 18 gauge wire, and I'm going to make a figure 8 link. Okay, so that way I'll have a much safer closure for this lobster claw. So this is the bail making pliers or looping pliers. So we have 6 steps in this. The smallest one is the one I'm going to use. So keep this wire in between those mandrels, and if you touch, you should not be able to feel the wire. So then, hold it right there and make a loop. Don't straighten the loop. Okay, then what you do is, again, keep the same pliers, the wire in between the mandrel, and make a loop on the opposite side, which will give you an 8 figure 8 pattern. Right, you can cut about, say, in the middle. When you cut, use the flush end to cut it. Okay, this is what your figure 8 pattern will look like, and straighten it, and then there you go. So now what I'm gonna do here is take the smallest one, open it up, and add it to one end of the chain to the bead tip. The other end you will have to attach your lobster claw clasp. You can make one more link and attach a lobster claw clasp as well. That way, it'll be uniform. So again, flush cut the ends. Take your bail making pliers and make a loop. Okay, keep it right next to the loop like that, and make it like that. So then snip off the wire about, say, in the middle. There we go. Now I'll open up this link, add it to one end of the bead tip and close it. The other end, open that up and add your lobster claw clasp. So now you have a nice closure for this. Now we shall do the crimping for the necklace. So now that you have the closure, you know exactly the middle of the necklace. So 6 beads, we want the pennant to be in the middle, right in the middle, right? Okay, so now take one of the crimp tube. I know it won't be very visible because it's all in gold color, making sure it's almost the center. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but it is good if it is, right? So just go ahead and crimp on one side. Make sure there are 6 beads. Okay, once you crimp the other side, one side, it's easy for you to determine the other side, right? Okay, always make sure your necklace is in a U form and then go ahead and squish the crimp tube right there. Now the center part is fixed. Now you need to think about the side. So we have 6 beads on both sides and we have a crimp over here, just one crimp. We don't have a crimp on the other side, just on the after the center part we have it, because I want this to freely move. If it's fine, that's really fine for me, but the center of the necklace, I wanted it to be stable, so I have crimp beads on either side, both side. So here we go. So this also I want it to be in the exact distance on both sides. I want it to be really exact. So here we go. Okay, so then, okay, this distance I'm eyeballing it, but if you want you can actually measure it and do it. It's totally up to you. I'm just going to crimp that shut and crimp this as well. So now this is all done. The necklace is complete. Make sure it's nice and securely crimped. Okay, now here is our necklace. I really like the way this turned out to be. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. This is from GGC treasure bag, the sunrise version. There is also a sunset version, but this is the version I got. So this is how it is. So it's a floating necklace, as you can see, but these beads are kinetic. That means the beads in the back moves, which I really like. I want to give that effect, but it will also stay. Doesn't have to be crimped on the other side is all I'm saying, but I really like the way this turned out to be. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Don't forget to watch the unboxing video of GGC treasure bag. I will leave down the description box below for you guys, and stay tuned for the future projects. Have a good day. Bye.